Hello guys. So I was asked to make a review on Elua and how did she work, especially in Monolight. So let's start looking at her kit. First of all, she's a backline long passer. She does have an interesting kit and she's pretty damn good for spirit generation. So you could use her in COT for that. So let's start looking at her kit. Active, increased attack power, max life of light players. Honestly, not that bad knowing we still don't have a goddamn penetration ace. Active long pass, recover action bar, increase receiving pass effect, critical rate by 25%. I mean, that very standard, nothing great, nothing bad. Pure Fade. Now this is where it actually gets very interesting. Recover 50% of life, 10% of action bar, and 15% of spirit every 2 minutes. The recovery action bar will not go over 80%. Well, that's added to pretty much most skills. So what this means is in PvE, in 4 minutes, she's going to be back to 100%. In PvP, it's going to take 8 minutes, but that does mean she's going to be self-revived. Also, it doesn't count from the time she takes damage. It counts on the timer in the bottom right. Is this good? Is this bad? Honestly, I would say the spirit part is the coolest part. This is why I use her in COT sometimes. Just because being able to generate spirit without actually being on the line I'm playing with, there's a lot of comps that are going to be kind of like that, where you're forced to use certain players and you don't want to, and you mainly run with the back line. So you can throw in front line just to generate spirit easily. I can think of a lot of different comps where that's important. So in that sense, Pure Fate is pretty cool. I do find that this is not the skill that should have been buffed with the EE though. So yeah, we all kind of agreed that we wanted Mark of Oath to be buffed, and I don't think it was worth an EE to change that. Mark of Oath, increase max life by 15%, decrease incoming damage by 10% of allies within position. This is honestly extremely weak. The new Wormwind unique is better than this line buff, and that's just sad. That's just very sad. Fortified Heart, increase the defense by 40%, pass effect by 30%. Kind of weak. We don't really like if this was spirit generation by 40%, it could have been good, but this is pretty weak. Now, if we look on the chain level, rivals are pretty bad. Friendship with Latios and Monolight, since I'm guessing that's why you would be running her, that's good. Nemesis, Veryster, Veryster, I can't remember. Veryster, I'm guessing. Freya, those are the ones you care about. The other ones you should never see. And the affection chain. Now this is actually pretty damn good because it has Isilla and Scylla. And I keep getting those two mixed up all the time. Okay, I know that a lot of people are now using Ustiel, so I'm going to add that to the list. You shouldn't be running Anal, like never. She's part of like 7 metas ago. When Hero was broken. So when you're looking at her, what exactly are you using her for? You're using her mainly to be shot at because she's going to be able to in a way revive herself. I know it kind of sounds stupid when you say it like that, but this is pretty much where her entire value is going to come. Is she's just going to be very tanky in the sense that if you give her a decent amount of DR, she's going to be able to survive and she's going to be able to self-heal, forcing them into a 1v2 all the time. Kind of the same way I do it with Leia, except she kind of helps the line and the team a little bit more than mine does. Still vote Leia. But if we're ignoring that completely obvious fact, what would be the uniques I would recommend for her? Now, again, this is going to depend where you're using her and how you're using her. The question is she facing striker or is she not facing striker? I'm seriously going to advise you to put her facing the striker, just like that. That's the best thing you could do with her kit. I do find her weak, though. Her kit isn't that powerful, so don't await me to be praising her on that. Her E really is what, in my eyes, destroyed her because she could have been much more powerful. What would I build her as? I honestly think that since she's a passer in backline and you want her to be shot at and self-sustain, Calm Icicle in the Thunder slot is honestly the best unique you could give her. I know some people have tried different things. Some people are even running Start Tier on her. Some people are running Silent Cold. But the reason I'm personally going to be advising Calm Icicle is because, one, it gives her more speed when she's not holding the ball, a chance to steal. It gives her more attack power. And even if she's not able to steal, it's going to give her more survival when being shot at. So it gives her kind of all the things that are cool in the idea that she technically still is a passer and in a way a defender. So that's what I would do. Then you got the 2 light slots. So, well, that's not going to be complicated. You put a light DR, you put a light reflex, And for the prime slot, that's going to be up to you. You got the choice between putting another stone. I'm going to say again, if you really want to go faster, you can even change one of these stones for the light pass stone, because that's going to give her more speed and pass effect. And in the prime slot, go with a dark life stone, because it's going to give DR and life when being shot at, who's pretty much what she needs. If not, again, you can put another DR. It's all pretty much similar. An alternate build, of course, would be to put a light pass stone, light pass stone. What is the name of that light unique that's for passes? I think it's called Bond of Silence. You could do that, and for the Thunderstone, you could put something like a Speed Stone. If you combine that, she's going to be much more powerful at passing, allowing you to do some much more serious damage online. But be aware, if you do that, she's going to be super weak, and if they try Reflex Steal, they will be able to. So it's up to you. Those are two different builds, but if you're doing the second one, you want some really good speed subs, because the idea is that she's not holding the ball when they're going to be doing anything, and you're believing that she's going to be able to help your team get the ball out of there, because she's not surviving either. Up to you. Now, overall, am I going to say she's really worth adding to the team? Waiting for her EE, we were thinking she was, but Markovov did not get buffed. I don't even find her better than Layup. And yeah, you know I use Layup. So that's sad. Plus her active has a 15-minute cooldown. That means you're going to be using it, what, once a match? Is bad. That's my personal opinion. After, it's up to you guys. You can give your opinions. I hope this helps the person understand what at least I believe Elua is. But again, she is still decent in mono light back, as we just don't have better units to place there. Have a good day, guys.